Welcome everyone to an arena video. I'm Andrea Mengucci, and this video is sponsored you by Wizards of the Coast and channelfireball.com. There's gonna be a lot of mono red on this kind of event, but that's okay. Alright. Let's see. In the meanwhile, what's up on channelfireball.com? New article. Kaya Feather. Wow. By the way, if you didn't know, there's a 20% back. It's one of the biggest sales I've ever seen, honestly. If you want to buy some cards, this is the very right time. Alright. So these end mills are self a lot. Okay, that's a good draw. Temple are always great in this deck. I don't really know the good ratio of them, but they're definitely fine. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Oath of Kaya. That's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna go with... It's between Ashiok and Teferi. I think I'd rather just resolve Ashiok and start milling myself. Once I start milling myself, it's so good because it means that whenever I draw the Kithis, I basically go off in this matchup. No more Band, no. Played Band a lot last week. Now we change. Give it a spin. Alright, let's go Teferi first. That was easy. Then I'm gonna play Mox Amber. And I'm gonna play Fibbolethip. Draw a card. Ooh, it's a Kithis. And I'm gonna bounce the Fibbolethip. And then I'm gonna mill myself. Alright, so how many legends do I have? Wow, I lifted 2 legends. It's pretty unlucky. Let's see if that's Big Teferi. It is Big Teferi indeed. Do you think that this deck bad matchups? Ashiok is very bad against. It's very good against this deck. And yesterday the deck I lost the most was mono red. I've lost to 2 mono red, but I also beat 3 mono red. Alright, I think I'm gonna kick things off by milling myself. If I find some Moxes, I can just go off this turn. Alright, so I'll play. So with black, white, green. Alright, I'll play Legion Excavator. I'll play a Kithis. Me and myself. I think this turn I can't go off. I even have Teferi protection. Then I'm going to use the Kithis ability. Exile Urza's Ruinous Blast and whatever. Lasagna. Actually, 1 second. Let's play Fibbolethip first, then mill myself. Alright. You could always draw more Mox Ambers. Alright, let's use the Kithis ability. Do we actually want to do that? There's nothing really that I can do this turn. It's just Mox Amber. I guess then I can play another Mox Amber, but where am I going really? I can cast a bunch of Mox Amber, but it doesn't really bring me anywhere. I guess I could cast the Kithis, and I could try to go off. I would exile a bunch of legends. Yeah, let's try to do that. We'll just mill. We have a lot of redundant cards in this graveyard. I think that's okay if we do that. We just basically mill 4 cards to play one of these because we play 1 Mox Amber now. We mill ourselves for 2, and then we need to. Alright, that's a Fibbolethip. Then I need to use this again to get the other Mox. So I'll exile another Lazav and a Kithis. Yeah, to give flashback to the other things. Alright, so I'll play Fibbolethip, mill myself. And then now there's a Fibbolethip in the graveyard, so I can start kind of looping them. Of course, I need a lot of legends to make the loop work. Alright, yeah, milling lands is exactly what you don't want to happen with this deck. Yeah, also we need more Moxes. Alright, I'll exile Keithis for sure, and I think the fairy. The fairy is not that bad. Maybe I can exile Tammy. I already have Tammy in my hand. So yeah, I'm gonna go for these two. Now I think the best route is just to cast another Teferi to bounce the Mox Amber. So I'll add blue, play Mox, mill myself for 2. Then I'll play Teferi, yeah. Mill myself for 2, then I'll bounce the Mox Amber. How many cards I have? 18. How many Mox Ambers are in my graveyard? Only 1? Where are my Mox Ambers? Come on. Come on up. Come on up. No? No Mox Ambers? Alright. Let's play a Fibbolethip. Mill myself for 2. Good to play Mox? It is. It is very good to play actual Moxes. The problem is that we don't really draw them or mill them. Alright, there's 2 Moxes in our 12 cards. Okay, gonna probably not be an issue because we still have so many things. So yeah, I'll exile these 2, whatever. I'll replay the Mox. Mill myself for 2. Alright, no Moxes to be seen. So the question is, do I want to play Fibbolethip here? Or do I want to just float mana? Yeah, I think I'll play Fibbolethip. Alright, no Moxes. 8 cards, there's 2 Moxes in there. 7 cards, there's 2 Moxes in there. Let's do Kithis again. Exile, Urza's Blast, Lazav, Sublimate 2. Alright, let's play Mox, mill myself. Did I exile Mox? No, right? No. Mill myself. Alright, no Moxes. Alright, now I go down to... I guess I'm just gonna zero my deck. I should then be able to... There's just so many legends. Alright, there's 2 cards in my deck now. Now I see all the Mox Ambers. They were all there. 2 cards. I'm gonna start milling my opponent now. Alright. Float blue. Use Kithis. Yes. I'll exile Kithis and Teferi. I have 3 Moxes in there. Now, I can use 4 mana to play a Lazav. Copy. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, I'll play Mox Amber, mill my opponent, because I have 2 cards in my deck now. It might even be that I don't win this game, because I just found my Moxes so late. So I'll play... I could also play Ashiok and recur the Ashiok. How much? 44 cards. Yeah, if I play Ashiok, this other dies. I play 2 Moxes. 2 exile cards. If I play Lazav though, I think that's better. I think that's better. Just copy the deletion text later. So I use 4 Moxes now. Alright, definitely leave that on top. Maybe I should have put it on the graveyard actually. Alright, so I'll mill my opponent for 2. I'll choose this Mox. I'll float blue. I'll play another Mox. Mill opponent for 2. And then I need to copy the deletion excavator. Alright. Okay, so I'll use Kithis. I'll exile these 2. I'll play some Moxes in a row. Now the rope too. Oh, I didn't want the rope, honestly. It's not a fan of the rope right now. So play Mox Amber. Yes. Oh, I think I can die because of the rope here. Oof. Alright, so this thing is going on my opponent. Luxembourg resolves, yes. Then I'll play Ashiok. Mill my opponent. Then I have to choose the new Ashiok. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna not win this turn because of the rope. Not because of anything else. I would have easily won this turn. So all the animation here. Yeah, I just passed. Fuck. Alright, yeah, it just timed out. It's pretty bad. If they go Kaya's Wrath here, you should turn off the animation. How do I do that? How do I turn off the animation? Alright. So I'll play Tamio. I'll play Tamio. Then I get back Keithis. Actually, wait 1 second. I want to get back the... If I get back Keithis, what happens? Maybe nothing. So I'll just... I shook my opponent first. Any cards they have? 12, yeah. They had a little bit more cards. It would have been better, honestly. So, plus that's, I have 1 card in my deck, so I need to win like this turn only. There's 12 cards. Yeah, I can't really win, I think. So if I get back Keithis, can I play Mox Ambers? I don't think I can play all the Mox Ambers. I play Lazav and copy it. I mean, maybe. Let's see. So I'll get back Keithis. Where is it? Get back Keithis to hand. Play Keithis. Elevate. Yes. How do I turn off the animation? You know, guys? So exile these. You know, how many things are there? Not that many, I think. So I just play some Moxes. What blue? Play Mox. Yes. Choose that. A lot blue. Maybe I can do it with Turbo Ashiok instead of going for the Diligent Excavators. So I'll play my Mox. Yes. Keep that. Now I use the Keithis. I exile Oath of Kaya and Lazav. Yes. Play Mox. Yes. That's why we keep 2 Ashiok in the deck, because like, you can't just turbo mill your opponent. Should have maybe done this instead of the other planet I went for. Alright, I think we got this. Alright, luckily the luck didn't cost us. We're still able to win this turn. Still able to win with very little resources. I think I could have milled 4 more. No, actually, no, I couldn't, because I just didn't have any more. I just didn't have any more legends in my deck. So I have 0 cards now. I passed the turn. You can also add your 1 Jace. Nah, I mean I didn't win con because of the thing. It's bad. You want to have the best. All right, and I think we could have maybe milled 4 more. I don't know. All right, good game. Yeah, if you remember, one of the first article that Madna said was how adding win condition to decks that don't need it is very hurtful for the deck. because you just draw the win condition. It's a very bad card. So we want Immortal Sun, Elder Spell, because we need to edge through Ashiok. We want Teshar. We want Jace. We want Tamia. We don't want Urza's Ruinous Blast. We don't want Ashiok, even though it made us win the game. And then Oath of Kaya. There we go. Current state of Vintage? No, not a fan. Since we're the Spark, I think the Vintage format got really bad. Move to MTGO for this deck? I mean, I'm definitely not gonna stream MTGO Standard. It's just not a thing.
And actually, in some cases, look at the look on Reed's face there. He can't quite believe what's happening to him here. That's got to become a meme at some point.
Thank you, Beta House. Hope you're having a good day watching me try to go off despite all of this. I think I'm going to auto order triggers immediately, so that they just automatically stack. I think once we stick that, the game will go very much better. Stein Combat has been a thing in Vintage. Yeah, but also first time that blue hasn't really been a good color, and I really dislike it. It's just Karn is too good in my opinion. I remember playing an event with Karn, and I just hated it all the time. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave that on top. It's not really a thing now, but it could be later. Alright, opponent with a classic temple draws. Sorry, gate draws. So go Diligent Excavator. I'm gonna hold it for the Teshar. The Mox, I mean. Because my opponent could go like Oath of Kaya, and then I go Teshar, play Mox, reanimate the Diligent Excavator. I think it's a mix of like Karn and Narset being shutting off what I find the most fun thing in Vintage, which is like blue cards. I find fun like artifacts or other thing. I mean, I'm playing Vintage to have like powerful blue spell and such. So you know, when those are shut off, I just don't find the main appealing to Vintage anymore, and I'd rather play other formats. I do still play Vintage if there's a tournament, just to be able to actually play with my Power 9, but that's basically the only reason why I would play Vintage these days. Standard Shakeup, I don't know what that is. If that's something to get your basic land, I really don't care. I really don't want to play for basic land. Right now I'm just playing to practice. I have a standard MPL weekly, and I also... Alright, so that's a 3 fairy. Myself. And I think I'm gonna just go plus. Alright, well, Mill Diligent Excavator, that's great, because it means the next time I can go Teshar Mox and reanimate the Diligent Excavator. Go to Eternal Weekend? No, I will not. I did go to Eternal Weekend once to play Vintage, but now, yeah. Just a mix of, it's the week before the PT Richmond, so I'm gonna go to PT Richmond the week after and feel like that. I'm more ego myself, sure. What do you name? They could name Teshar, sorry, Keithis. If they name Keithis, milling myself brings anywhere. Wow, Mox Amber? Really? Oh, wow. That's unexpected. Okay, I draw a card off the Mortigo. It's a land. Sure. Okay. I'll play a Watery Grave, I think. To play my 2/2 for 4 mana. Mill myself. I still have 2 Keithis in my deck. I think I'll plus the Fairy. I could just minus the draw card, but I'd rather just bounce like Oath of Kaya next turn. Alright, that's a big Teferi. What is it going to do? If pluses, it's dead. If it pluses, it's dead. Because attack for 3 and Oath of Kaya. And they can't play any spell in my turn. Alright, so let's go. Let's kick things off with Oath of Kaya. To reanimate the Fibbolethip, draw a card. Keep on milling myself, yes. We reanimate the Fibbolethip. And that's just the pure value. Pure value that we're getting here. Attack the Fairy. Now, I'm going to bounce the Fibbolethip. Draw a card. Then, I'm going to play Fibbolethip and reanimate Diligent Excavator. with the Teshar. Unless I mill, I don't know. Oh, there's only that. Okay, yeah. There's the Lazav now. Alright, this was a very good turn. Remember, they can't interact with me, so I'm gonna attack separated. It's wild. It is. It is. I could have been playing the ranked, but I felt like in order to start to just make your mind how to sequence the cards, you should play traditional constructed. I care a lot about the ladder because I'm very high on the ladder. I don't want to just lose points because I make mistakes. All right, I think now I maybe could mill my opponent. I don't have much to do. Wait, do they have a Kethis in my graveyard? I could have a Kethis in my graveyard. All right, I'll do this here. I'll do Diligent Excavator. Then I'll do Oath of Kaya. Actually, I could just attack. I don't need to Oath of Kaya anything. Because I want to copy the Lazav. This is close. Alright, let's do this. I'll play a Temple. Jace Wielder of Mysteries. It's a good card. Alright. Let's attack Narset and attack opponent. Now the question is, what do I want to do with this Teferi? Because I don't really want to kill it. I don't really want to kill it. And I definitely want to draw this Jace Wielder of Mysteries. So I think what I'm doing is just playing Feeblethip, Reanimate Lazav, just draw a card and mill my opponent for 6. It's rough, but I think I have to do that. I don't want to mill the Jace. Jace is very good here. The Reanimates Lazav, I scry, leave that on top, then I'll draw it, and then I'll pass the turn. I have Noxious Grasp. Interesting. Alright, and that's my turn, so I'll pass. Yep. What's the Kethis combo? It's too long. I plan on writing an article for Channel Fireball right now. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, the Kapanalaba. I don't know. I'm still very high on the ladder, so I don't want to lose the mistakes. I know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but it's just a me thing, where I want to finish high. You know, it's yeah. Now I have this good planeswalker that I could have milled myself for a lot, because if I hit a Kethis, then I can cast all my cards because of Lazab. But let's say my opponent has like a Kaya's Wrath here. I'm very happy to just rebuild with this Jace Wielder of Mysteries. I could next turn I'm gonna probably just bounce. I don't know. Let's see what they have. If they go Kaya's Wrath here, I just need to, you know, slowly rebuild with this Jace and etc. It's been because it has been played in the Arena MCQ, and 2 of the 4 competitor on the Arena MCQ made the top 16, and they happen to be also a very good player. So there's a lot of this deck now. It's new. Yeah, it's new, you know. New things are always happy. Also, on the constructed event, you always see people just not conceding but just timing out. I don't know why. I kind of feel like in Magic overall, the lower you go in stakes, like the lower you go in level, let's say the lower you, I'm gonna keep this in my hand just in case, whatever, I'm gonna win. The lower you go in level, the more you find people that are not friendly. For example, I found this at like FNMs as well. Like when I play against great players, they will never, you know, do something that a lot of other people do at the lower level. Alright, so I'll play a Kethis. I don't have Mox Embers anymore in my deck, so I can't win the game. But I'm still in a very good spot. Alright. Attack with all. And with the fairy, I'm going to bounce the Kethis. so that if they wrath me, I have a lot of things. Yeah, it's just that the lower you go, the lower the stake is pretty funny because it's the opposite, right? The lower the stake is, the more unpleasant your opponents are. At the PT, at the Mythic Championship, you always have great experiences with players. If you play against a good player, you always have great experiences. Whereas if you play like a PTQ or events or like GP, you're gonna find, I think, more unpleasant opponent. I don't know. Some I saw like a stats, like a friendly stats, where they was saying how people get like super competitive. The in the lower stakes, like in the PTQ and GP, people are super competitive. Then at the PT, the people are instead more friendly. Of course, they don't let you take back the cards, but they're definitely more friendly in the game. And this is I found the same on the ladder. If you play in the mythic ranks, you will never see people disconnecting. Whereas this is the second time that I play in this traditional constructed event, and it's the second time that the opponent basically instead of conceding, they leave they leave the timer go off. All right, yeah. Like of course, anytime you will see and you will see take back, and at the PT if you make a mistake I am forced to call a judge and give you a warning, but I'm gonna still try my best to make you have a great experience, because a lot of people that are involved in the pro tour scene, they want to also make everybody feel welcome and etc. All right. So I really encourage you to not be the kind of guy that disconnect because you're playing against Nexus or because you're playing against this deck, or or the kind of guy that I don't know, just is very rude, very salty, and etc. Just being salty is the worst thing that can happen to you if you play Magic. Like if you play Magic, it's just to have fun, and being salty at any point is really really bad. I had a friend of mine. I don't know if he's in the chat. That he just lives very close, very near me, and started to play Magic. And he was like, "Hey Mango, I like to play Magic. I just started, but I'm very bad at like taking loss that I take for unluck. Like when I get unlucky and I take a loss, I'm very bad at taking those. How do I do it?" And we started hanging out together a lot more, and I started telling him that you should never do that because that's not the reason why a person plays Magic and blah blah blah. And I think now he's just become not only better at that, he's just become also way better at Magic. He won a PTQ and stuff like that. So those little things they help a lot. All right, here I should have played Lazav. That was my mistake. If I played Lazav, I could have played turn 3 Tamio. So that was wrong. I was just too focused in talking about literally anything. Mango, I'm decently new to Legacy. How does Thespian Stage interact with Dark Depths? Alright, how does it work? It works that you copy with Thespian Stage the Dark Depths, and then what happens is that you that's not a Mork Samber. I think I'm gonna bottom it. Looking for Keithis now. It happens that you copy the Thespian Stage of the Dark Depths. Thespian Stage becomes a copy of Dark Depths with 0 counters on it. At which point you sacrifice the old Dark Depths with 10 counters, and you keep the one with 0 counters. Another Dark Depths has 0 counters on it, so you sacrifice it and make it 20/20, and that's the combo. Alright, I'm gonna copy the... Just a second. Do I have Keithis in my graveyard? I do not. I'm gonna copy the Diligent Excavator, just because I have 2 mana spare. My turn. Looking for Keithis now, so I'm gonna play Tamio. Me and myself for 4. Alright, is there a Keithis? No, just 4 lands. That's pretty unlucky. Alright. Let's get Keithis out. Come on, Hidden Hand. Alright, the Hidden Hand is very hidden. I wanna show. And I think I'm passing. I could just play like 2 Growth Spiral and make 1 zombie, and then I need to block it. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Alright, Yarok, double trigger of the Reason Reef. Yeah, the Dark Depths Thespian stage combo, it's pretty obscure, I agree. Good morning, everyone. My overlay is fantastic. What's my overlay? Isn't it like the same ever? Alright, do we find Kithis? Do we please find Kithis? If I find Kithis, I win the game here. Because I have 2 Moxes already. Do I want to minus Tamiya to get something else? Like an Ashiok? Just to be safe? Maybe I should get Ashiok here, guys. Just play this safer. Huh. But then what if? What if I brick? What if I just go Ashiok and then what? I can't play Lazav because I already have 1 Lazav in play. If I... Alright, you know what I'm doing here? I am doing it. The Fairy Time Reveler. Bounce the Mox Amber, draw a card. And then I'll just play Ashiok. I could also just find Kithis here with a mill and then just return it with Tamiya. Alright, no Kithis. I'm glad I didn't take that route. So I think I'm gonna go for Ashiok here. I can still go for Tamiya minus if I want to. So I'll mill 4. Oh my god, where are the Kithis? Okay. I'll minus 3, get Ashiok out. The Dream Render. Then I'm going to play it. I'm going to mill myself. Because remember, that's how Ashiok works. If you mill yourself, you only exile opponent deck. Wow, I still haven't found a Kithis in the top 38 cards. That's so unlucky. Alright, let's mill ourselves. And then I'll play Temple. Wow, I missed again. Okay, then I'll play a land, Scry. There it is, the hidden hand. So I'll draw it. And now I pass the turn. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I mean, even if they do whatever they want to do, well, they still don't have 7 different lands. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty unlucky. They drew 4 of these and no other different land. So here, they can't tutor their deck because of Ashiok. If they're gonna attack, I mean, I think if they're gonna attack literally any Planeswalker, I'm gonna ignore it. Yeah, definitely ignore the Ashiok. Yeah, I don't want to lose the Diligent Excavators. So the Ashiok goes to 1, is still slight ability still stays. And then I take my turn, they can't interact with me, and I'm gonna win the game. So I play the Hidden End. I have 17 cards. It's okay, I'm gonna mill myself until I find some Mox Ambers. And now that we win the game, we have the Fairy Protection. It's not... There's just 0% that we can lose. Alright, yes. So I'm going to exile Lazav and whatever this. How many Mox Ambers do I have? Yeah, no big standard events indeed. But I'm gonna play this I do have MPL weekly in like 20 days. The week of 9th of September will be my MPL weekly. So that's kind of a big event for me. And there's also the side events at the GP. I'm very happy to just today pick up this deck. I go to my local store. This matchup is very easy, by the way. Their clock is just too slow, and we just have all the time to do whatever we want to do. Alright, so against Scape Shift, I don't know if this is different between the other Scape Shift. This is a banned Scape Shift. Alright, so definitely have Jace because they have Amor Ego. Oh, the Ashiok for sure. I don't want Amor Ego. I might have the other spells if they have Ashiok. Alright, definitely the Shar and Tamiya. These are just the best cards. So 65, I need to cut something. I could cut the Oath of Kaya's, and I think I'll cut one Urza's Ruinous Blast. Sure, it can kill the tokens, but I actually don't mind. Maybe I just board them out. Board them all out. And Legion's End, I just don't care about the tokens, honestly. I guess I could have just one of Urza's Ruinous Blast. Yeah. Yeah, they have no Scape Shield. I know, but still, I can just play a lot of tokens regardless. Think about just Kaplan's Walkers, Elocanos. I don't know what I think about it. I don't really have an idea. I've never played that against that deck again since Word of Spark. What's the win condition? It's the 1-3 that mills do. Yeah, I'm definitely very excited to pick up this deck in paper today and then play it in the standard side event in Vegas. I just love to play paper much more than I love to play arena or just Magic Online or literally anything. The problem is just that I just where I live there's no store, there's no people that play Magic other than legacy players. So all I can do is just playing legacy and pauper in paper. You bought an Amulet Titan deck. Good on you. I had no clue on modern. If you're happy, I'm happy that you're happy. Yeah, I'll definitely play this in paper. I can't wait. Can't wait to play this in paper. In paper is actually much easier to play decks like this. Alright, I'll play Lazag here. This Cry 1 I think matters a lot. Yep. It's basically like drawing cards. Whenever you mill lands in this situation, it's like if you draw an extra card. Live in North Italy? No, I live in, I don't know, center. Senigallia it's called. Alright, that's a good draw. So I'll play a Temple first. I guess I could play Fibbolethur because if I draw the Ancient Excavator I can cast it, but maybe not. I just play Temple. I just really don't want to draw land here. Wow, I actually called it. It's pretty impressive. I think I'm gonna just bin it. I'm looking for good cards here and green mana. This doesn't give me anything. Alright. At least there's a land. My girlfriend has a house in Milan. I very often come to Milan, but I just really don't like the city. I mean, it's a nice city, there's everything, you know, it's very, like, well connected and etc., but I just prefer living in a small town. Also just found that my super small town is an airport, like 10 minutes away from here, which just flies, like, in two places, basically. But one of them is Munich, so I can fly to everywhere with Lufthansa, which is pretty great. Alright, I'm gonna attack here. If they want to trade, I'll have the Fibbolethur backup, and I also give a trade. Alright, I don't want to trade. So I'm gonna play Fibbolethur, draw a card. Out of land. Alright, we're looking for like the good cards that we have. I can still play J, so yeah, it's all good. How do you think to manage all the exile cards in your hand? I don't know. I'll just lay them out. I'll just lay them out on the field. Mana base is solid. I mean, it's 25 lands. It's pretty solid, yes. We also don't have that many requirements of mana. Playing 25 lands is a lot in these kind of decks. Wow, this game just did nothing. With your Bounty Ramp deck, should we sideboard a card against the Kithis deck? Maybe you could have Ashiok. Even though it's kind of hard to cast, it's just definitely the best card. The matchup is definitely bad. I mean, the Bounty Ramp was great last week, at the beginning of the last week, and then a lot of people started picking up Scapeshift and also this deck. It's not going well. There's not anything to do. What card are you looking for? Me? I'm just looking for good cards like Teshar, Tamio, Kithis, and so on and so forth. Like, even if they exile Kithis now, we can just win a fair game. We have... What, in Mox Amber? That's great! Now I get to just draw two cards off the Moored Eagle. I mean, of course now I can't combo anymore, but... As I said before, it's not really important. I mean... This is why I hate a Moored Eagle so much. I even have it in my sideboard. I even have it in my sideboard. Yeah, but it's not traditional construct. You play against a Moored Eagle all the time, even any other ladder. And you in the chat as well, sideboarding a Moored Eagle every time. I also sideboard Eagle every time. Alright, so it's my turn. I'll play the Tamio. I could get back to Fairy. I think I kind of like that, honestly. I get back to Fairy, bounce the... What do I want to bounce? The Fibbolethur? Yeah, I mean, opponent can't really attack me. I guess they can remove this and then attack, but do they have removal spells? I don't think they have removal spells. So I'm gonna just return to Fairy. Play Glacial Fortress, play to Fairy, bounce the Fibbolethur, pass the turn. Or maybe I can just plus. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna plus here. So that I leave all the blockers. I leave all the blockers for these, so that if they ever remove us, well, they don't kill. Also, they could just kill my Theory normally. Shouldn't he name Keithis here? Maybe they should have named Keithis. But even if they name Keithis, I don't have it in my hand, so it's just a bad card, a bad turn, Yeah, I agree. Nexus, Mordiga's good against Nexus because their deck. But still, like, if they have Wilderness Reclamation and Ascanta, they still defeat you, It's post-sideboard. They have, like, Nisa and such. So, I just don't ever think that this card is good. Like, I saw in the MPL Weekly, Shota Yazoka naming Tamio because Juza had the Tamio in hand, and then he just won the game. It's basically like, I think that Mordigo is like a 20% win rate from the time you cast it. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I think I want to name Keithis. Actually, let's do this. Let's bounce the Fibula. Yeah, let's name Keithis first. The hidden hand. Alright, we missed on the hidden hand. We find an Ashiok. We have 4 Ashiok in this configuration. So we bounce the Fibula, we draw a card. It's an Urza's Ruinous Blast, which is... We just left in 1. So it's not great. I guess I shouldn't have not named the... Alright, let's do this. Let's copy the Diligent Excavator. So I can start milling myself now, aggressively, to find that Keithis. So I'll play Fibula, mill myself. Alright, we don't hit. Draw a card, what is it? A Breeding Pool. A pool that breeds. I don't want to play Lazav because I already have 1 in end play. I'm just gonna play a land, Scry. Jace Wilder of Mysteries, that's a fine hit. And then I'll just pass here. The idea is to loop Ego with Tamio. That's a good idea. Let's see if Opponent will do that. Actually, it's pretty bad because they're gonna shuffle my Jace. So they're gonna name, what, Keithis now? But that's fine. Alright, so they actually do that. So next turn, I can just go... this is just 1-1, so I can't go on this Ruinous Blast and attack the Tamio to death. But I can return the Ashiok. Or I play your Rock first. Interesting. So the double trigger on the Reason Reefs. Yarok, it's a legend. I wish this was Kaya's Wrath now. Alright, so very good on the Reason Reefs as it hit 2 lands. So we take the turn here. There's nothing to mill here. Just plus the turn. Alright, this is a Wielder of Mysteries. This is very good. 4-8. So I could kick things off with a Temple, because then I have Tamio, and then I can decide better. Alright, so that's a Tamio backup. Tamio's on 4. Maybe I just draw this. Yeah, maybe I just draw this. I'll leave it on top, but just draw the Tamio. I mean, still milling, it's very good, because I can just hit a Keithis now, and, alright, Mono Ashiok in the bin. Alright, so I'll play Jace. I don't have any more Mox Ambers. Still want to mill myself, though. Where is the Keithis? Where are the Keithises? Alright, I'll still mill myself, because I can just mill the Keithis. Oh, Teshar. Alright, no Keithis. Pretty unfortunate. If they have a Mordigo and I just copy Keithis from the graveyard, the Keithis is just in play then. But I missed. So what can I do here? What is my plan? I could copy the Tesha from the bin with this Lazav. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'll just pass the turn here. I think I'll just pass the turn here. And just do that next turn. My win con here is gonna be Jace, so I need to protect that. How do you win from here? Yeah, I answered your question, my friend. It's gonna be Jace as a win con, which is draw 7 cards, and if you has no cards in it, you win the game. I mean, Jace Emblem also says that, so I'm gonna just... I mean, they have to find an answer for my Jace, like Assassin's Trophy or Casualties of War or whatever they have. Or here I'm gonna just aggressively mill myself next turn. Alright, that is fine. I could actually copy Teshar here. But I guess if they name Teshar, I'm not that upset. Because it means that the Keithis is in my deck. So from now, the plan is they remove 4 more cards from the deck, so there's 17. And then between the time you're getting back Ashiok milling missile for 4 and the 2 diligent excavator with the Teshar. Alright, what did I name? I missed it. Alright, the Keithis, of course. So there's 17 cards in my deck. Let's see what they do. If they pass it to remember with the fairy, so they can't interact with me in my turn. Also, I can just bounce the Fibboleth up a mill for more. How many Diligent Excavator I remember in? I must have a bunch because I remember milling them. I have only one. Alright, so this is perfect. I think we're going to win this turn. I think we're going to win this turn. I can also mill my opponent now. I think it's faster to mill myself. Because I have Jace out. The Jace said, if you would draw a card while your library has no cards, then you win the game. And yeah, I think I should be able to do it. So end of turn, I'm gonna Lazav copy the Teshar. Alright, this has been a cool game. Alright. So the Reason Reef keeps triggering. It's very important to always have a plan, and now we do. Alright, do the attack here, that's the question. For the attack, I'm very happy to block with the Fibboleth up, because then the what's called, the Teshar will reanimate one more Fibboleth up. How many do I have? I have one in the play and one in the graveyard, so I can just chain them a little bit. Yarok is fun, yeah, but it's pretty bad, I would say. Alright, attack my Jace. I could even let it go, because obviously it don't matter if it's in 3 or 2. Then I could just bounce this Fibboleth up with the Teferi, so I think it's better. If I just let the attack get through. Again, I'm not gonna I don't really care about the loyalty on this Planeswalker. Okay, so let's copy the Teshar. Pay 4. Now I untap, and then it's my turn with the fairy down. So this should be very good here. So I'll start with Diligent Excavator. Yes. Then I can bounce the Fibboleth up. I'm going to do that. So I'll bounce the Fibboleth up. The Teferi does, but I only have one Field of Dead up, so I'm not afraid of anything here. So I'll play Fibboleth up. Mill myself for 2. I could also, yeah, I'll do that. Mill myself for 2. Then I'll reanimate the other Diligent Excavator. I should be aware of the top land, because the topper tapped only the blue land so far. It's pretty bad. Alright, I have 12 cards in my deck. It should be now it should be very easy. I'll just tap the 2 black land. I'll play Ashiok. Nah, yeah, this is super over. This is super over. I'll reanimate whatever, another of these. So I have now how many cards? Yeah, this is super over. 4 cards, so it's just exactly over, even if we don't do anything anymore. So I'll mill myself for 4. Then I'll plus Tamio. Usually you name Abandon Hope on Magic Online. Now we can name whatever, Cerulean Drake. So we have 4 with 0 cards in hand, and then I'm gonna plus Jace, and they'll do it. Alright, so if you think that Amortigo stops this deck, you're definitely wrong. I mean, a deck like that can very hardly defeat this deck if their plan is just Amortigo. Alright, I'm playing this event and not playing the ladder, because I want to just make sure that I remember very well how to play this deck before going on the ladder. Too hard to play? No, why? I mean, actually on Arena, last match, I had too many, like, out of stock, choose to what to do, and I just had to pass the turn against Esper while I was comboed off. So, I mean, paper that can't happen. You can't get slow play warning at any point. If your turn is hard, you can't get slow play warning. Let's have copy Excavator first. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Jeff Hoogland went 5-2 day 2 with Yarok Field. You like opponent deck? I don't. I remember playing the opponent deck, and I didn't like it. But of course, I mean, it's fine to just to have different opinions. In my stream very often, I think it stands. That's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that they're. It doesn't mean they are right or wrong. You know. Ooh, Johnny's welcome. Very often with this deck, you keep hands that are pretty bad, hoping that your top of the deck bails you out with the mana base. You can't really mulligan every time you can cast cards in your hand. Title should be your, not you. What does that mean? Alright. So, I want to play Mox Amber. And, I think I'll play Teferi. Bounce the Ealer Zog. It doesn't matter if I scry now or later. It's still the same. I'm still gonna draw a new card next turn. Alright. I'm not gonna attack. Opponent could have Legion War Boss here for what it's worth. There is a typo in the title? Really? What is it? What's a typo in the title? Let me see. Standard with your... Oh, you. Okay, okay. Your Mythic Invitational Champion. Thank you very much, chat. Very helpful as always. Alright, I'll play a Diligent Excavator. I'll play an Oath of Kaya. Do I have... Why don't you tap my green, man? I have 0 green cards in my hand. Alright, play the Agent Excavator, I'll play Oath of Kaya. The mana base, the auto tapper on this deck, you need to be very, very aware because it's hard. If you would have played Egon Jace, could you have won in any way? Yeah, I could have milled my opponent. I mean, this turn, I would have milled my opponent for infinite cards, my friend. I had 3 Diligent Excavator and all these spells to do. I could have milled my opponent for, I think, 460 or whatever. I mean, I milled myself because it's faster, but my opponent was on like 30 cards. It would have been easy. Ooh, Ixalan's Binding is very good on the Teferi. I mean, I have Urza's Ruinous Blast to kill these, but I guess I'm gonna wait on it. Just play Tammy. I'll get back the Kithis. Play a land past the turn. Gotta get back the Kithis now in case my opponent just Ixalan's Binding. I mean, doesn't really matter if the Ixalan's Binding that too, but yeah. Or I shouldn't attack with both, but whatever. Yeah. Opponent was playing Nexus. If opponent plays Nexus, then yeah, I could see losing. Alright, Divine Visitation. Whenever I make a token, I make a 4/4 instead. Alright, let's plus and name a card that I have not drawn yet, which is, I think, Lazab. Alright, I think now I should be able to win. So, let's play the Diligent Excavator first. And then let's play a Kithis. I just want to top this land. Oh, I can't opt for blue. That's true. So, let's play this. It died yet. Alright, let's play Kithis. Mill myself, mill myself. Alright, classic 4 lands. Sometimes this deck, in theory, should go off, but if you just mill a lot of lands, you just can't go off. There's like literally nothing in my graveyard right now. So there's just nothing I can do about it this turn. I mean, I could play a Teferi. I mean, actually, I can't play Teferi. See, I'm just gonna attack and pass here. Oh, my opponent is Arena Boys? Really? Is my opponent Arena Boys? What do you think about power level of this deck? I like it. Alright. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm totally, again, this is the traditional constructed event, and we've played against two good decks in the first 2 turns, and then now we have a Johnny's Welcome. But I mean, if you play in the whatever ladder at a lower level, you also play against that deck, so it's not bad. Alright, so I'm gonna kick things off with a Urza's Ruinous Blast. Oh, actually now I'm gonna exile the Diligent Excavator. That wasn't the best. I easily had the win here. I thought for some second that it was just bonfire on my opponent's side and on my side. Alright, never mind. Riley Quarry Tower, yeah. Alright, this is a blast. My Diligent Excavator leaves, unfortunately. And what am I doing here? I'll attack. Then I'll bounce the... I really don't know here. I can just... I really don't know what to do here. I shouldn't have done that, whatever. I'll do the Keith's thing. So I'll play a... Put this on 12. Can I loop the Oath of Kaya's? I think it's very hard without a... I think it's very hard without a way to mill myself. Which, again, shouldn't have happened, but yeah. It did happen. So I'm gonna mill myself. Oh, that's 2 Mox Ambers? Maybe now I can do it, actually. I'm going to bounce the Mox Amber. Alright. Then I'm going to play Mox Amber. I'm going to float white. Go to play Mox Amber. I'm gonna play Oath of Kaya, target my opponent. Let's see how many times I can do this. It's fine that this deck can just win through so many different lines. It's a good game, yeah. I think I would have been able to kill them with the Oath of Kaya. But yeah, of course I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone for the win. Alright. I'm against the aggro deck. I don't think I care about sideboarding much. Maybe the Urza's Ruinous Blast is just too good against them. Ashok is definitely bad. I could board in Tolsmir as well. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Actually, yeah, let's board in Teshar. Teshar's too good. In the post-cyborg games especially. Where the game kind of slows down and... the game slows down. Alright. You're playing in Vegas. I'm playing a lot of side events, yes. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I have a Cube with Mango. Then on Sunday, I have Sunday Madness to play. Then I'm gonna commentate on a couple of rounds of the GP, of the coverage, GP coverage. The modern one I'm gonna commentate. I'm gonna bring a cool shirt. Then I bring Pauper, Legacy, and Standard to play side events. Why is Tasher in the sideboard? It's kind of a win more most of the times in the main deck. Plus Cyber could help if your opponent disrupt your combo. Thank you, Kakeblanc. Are you guys that played in the MCQ said it was a mistake not to have Tasher in the main? I think it's still okay. Like in the main deck, you usually not get disrupted, and you just easily win despite everything. Like, the only way you can lose, like yesterday, I've only lost 2 times against Monored. I went 3-2 against Monored and defeated everything else. Alright, let's have Sanctity. This is just not a good card. Like, it might seem like it's good because it stops my combo. Wow, those 2 cards. But I just got the Fairy Bounce this and then combo off in the same turn. Just don't play this cards. It could be a main deck, of course it could be. It could be in the main deck, of course, but... Alright. Alright, I'll play Fubbalithop, the Lost. Draw a card. Teshar, look at this. My GP where Hogak is legal. Yes. I really can't wait for them to ban Hogak so that people will stop complaining about Hogak. I really give no clue. I really don't care about all these things, but it's just all the people complaining over and over. It's just what makes me the saddest. Alright, Verde Nero Bianco. Okay, so let's play Keith's past so I can block this Ajani's Pride. This is a 3-4, just easily block the Ajani's Pride mate. Yeah, I think the GP coverage though will focus on not Hogak, so the coverage will still be very interesting. I mean, that's what I would do if I was doing the coverage. Like when I did the coverage in Rome, I was choosing all the decks, and I was not choosing Hogak, like ever. Alright, so I'll play Teshar. Then I think I'll play Fubbalithop and reanimate the Fubbalithop to draw extra cards. Remember, the Kithis says your legend costs 1 less. So I draw 2 cards now. 2 cards for the price of 1. And then I'm gonna Chum block if they gain 1 more life. Hello, MTG Kieran. So play Diligent Excavator, play Oath of Gaia, shoot the Pridemate, reanimate Fibolithop. Gonna choose the new one. Draw extra cards. Now that you have Fibolithop in the graveyard, every spell you cast draws you a card. Do you know, guys, that game that they used to do with, like, I don't know, everyone has Cascade, everyone has a thing in the upkeep stuff, and etc. I used to do, I wanted to do that with every time you cast a spell, you draw a card. The, like, you know, Omniscience game or stuff like that. What is your best card? In Magic that I own, it's Black Lotus. Black Lotus is my best card. Alright, yeah, Cantrip Standard would have been my format. Alright. So we keep on playing. Just, I have Black Lotus, yes. I have it in my cube right now, and I'm gonna bring it to Las Vegas, guys. So if you're planning on doing a... What's the word? If you're planning to do a robbery, if you're planning to do a robbery, the Mango Cube on Las Vegas is a good idea. Not only have a vintage cube, I have a foil vintage cube that you can take a look on my Twitter. You can take a look on my Twitter. This is all my vintage cube. I posted all the pictures because there's an event, Cube with Mango, so I posted all the pictures of my foil vintage cube. You guys can take a look on Twitter. Alright, this is a good keep. Andrea, do you believe Bantramp is the best deck? No, I mean, no, my friend. Metagame and Standard evolved so quickly. Bantramp was the best deck when Scapeshift was basically not played at all. And, but now, not only Scapeshift is very much played, but also this deck exists. So, Bantramp is very bad against combo decks, okay? Against decks that go bigger than you. You can still have, like, a great draw and turn 5 kill them, turn 3 Nissa, whatever. But it's still gonna be very hard. So I think the metagame evolves very much. I mean, it's still a good deck, but it's not the best deck anymore. It was the best deck at the beginning of last week. Can we chat on Twitter about MTG? I don't know. It depends. Alright. I'm looking for a white mana. So I think the best way is casting Fibolithop first. And then Lasagna. So play against Bantramp, looks like, but a very slow hand from Bantramp. Alright, I need to draw a white land. Can I draw it? Temple of Silence. No. Alright, I'll attack. But as Andrea said, Bantramp is still fine deck. You can beat Shift. Yes. Greetings, Andrea. You seem to really like that Creature Shift deck you featured from Rome. You seem to really like that? How do I seem to really like it? I don't really seem to really like it. I don't know, Professor. Sorry, I don't know about Creature Shift. I just covered 2 games on the GP. Sorry, on the MCQ. Don't really know too much about it. Okay, so I'll play Tamio here, which at need it will get back my what is called my Goldless Shrine. And here, what are we missing? What are we milling? So I don't have the fairy yet. So I could name the fairy. But it's not that the fairy does much, especially since we have Kithis already. I think I'm just gonna name Diligent Excavator in this spot. Sure, I have 1 already in play, but it's the only card that I can't play with Kithis already. So I think I'm fine with this mill and pass. MTG Kieran, why are you so surprised? You know, people are allowed to own things that are expensive. For example, some people own very expensive cars. Like if you see a person with a Tesla, do you go to them and say, do you know that your car worth, I don't know, $40,000? You know, people are allowed to have expensive cars. When are you opening a premium Snapchat for sideboard? Never. I don't even know what he meant with premium Snapchat. I assume it's something to... I assume it was a funny tweet, but I didn't really understand it. I don't really have Snapchat. Feather seems to do well. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Feather. Playing against a fellow Mythic Invitation competitor. Yes. Oh, Nessa Mel. I didn't see that. Oh, I just realized. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know her. I met her in Las Vegas and in Boston. She's very, very nice. Alright, it's time to combo off here. So let's get back Godless Shrine. Let's Play Godless Shrine and tapped. Let's play Kethis. Yeah, something like this should be okay. No, I don't know the value of my cube. Alright, I need to mill Mox Ambers here. I don't really have them. I only have one. It's pretty unlucky. So what am I playing here? Lazav or Philolithop? I think Philolithop is better. It's just 1 mana to draw a card, mill 2 cards, and also goes to the graveyard to give me more shots at drawing. Maybe I could have gone Urza's Ruinous Blast, who knows. Alright. Now I'm gonna go Kethis, yes. I'll exile Tamiya for sure and Urza's Ruinous Blast. Yes. Then I'll play Mox Amber, mill myself for 2, and then we'll see where this is gonna go. Alright, 2 lands, that's okay. So we play this Philolithop, just cantripping now. We just pay 1 life to mill 2 cards and put a legend in a graveyard. We need to mill Mox Ambers here. This is the last spell that I can cast if I don't find more Mox Ambers. Let's see if we find it. It's not that we lose if we don't find it. Alright, that's a Mox Amber. I could continue for a little bit. Yeah, I think I have a bunch of things to exile, so it's gonna be okay. Let's continue. So mill myself. It's very hard to go off with 1 Diligent Excavator, but maybe we're doing it actually now with a 3rd Mox Amber. So I'm gonna exile Lazav and Tamiya. Alright, so I could either just start with a Philolithop again. I don't know where this brings me really. Instead I can cast Lazav, Scry, and then copy. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have another Diligent Excavator in my graveyard, right? Alright, so yeah, maybe that's the best line there. So I'm doing it. Let's see where does this bring me. I kinda also need to do things fast because of the arena client. So I'll play Lazav, Scry. Very likely just scry everything in the graveyard. Then I'll play Mox Amber, yes. Choose this. Then I'll use Kethis, yes. Exile Kethis and whatever, Philolithop. Then I'll float a blue, and then with the Lazav I'll copy the Diligent Excavator. Still looking for another Mox Amber. Still looking for another Mox Amber here. We have 15 cards left. So the Lazav for 2 copies a Diligent Excavator. So basically we're investing 4 mana now to just aggressively mill for 4 here, every trigger. Now I'm gonna go for myself with both until I start going for my opponent. As soon as I find the Mox Amber, I'm gonna go for my opponent here. I think I'm gonna go for Philolithop. This is 5 cards. So I'm gonna just go through myself. Alright, where's the Mox Amber? Nowhere? I can still draw it. Alright. So now I'm gonna use the Kethis. Exile 2 cards. Play Mox Amber. Mill myself for at least 2 and 2 for my opponent, because I can just decide next turn. So opponent for 2, myself for 2. I'm not reading the chat unfortunately in these moments because this is kind of complicated, but this is gonna be the game under not, I don't know if it's 100%, but very likely. So I'm gonna go 1 and 1. I have 2 cards in my deck. Alright, there's no Mox Amber. So the Mox Amber is among the last 2 cards of the deck. So what am I doing here? I'm casting Ashiok. I'm still gonna go opponent in me, I think. I just don't have to cast a Philolithop anymore. It's not gonna be a big deal. Alright, so I have 0 cards in my deck right now. There was also the second Ashiok to loop them. So I'm gonna mill opponent. Now I'm gonna use Kethis. Get Ashiok. Get the Mox Ambers. Get the second Ashiok. And then it's gonna be it. Very often you feel like you're not going off, but you're so consistently going off if you just mill your whole deck. This is exactly the same as Hogak pre-Bridge Ban. I don't know if you guys played Hogak pre-Bridge Ban, but I did. I made a top 8 of the Red Bull on top event with the Hogak pre-Bridge Ban, and he was consistently doing this. Jace is in the sideboard. We don't need Jace at all in the main deck. No, this was the perfect sequencing. Just mill your whole deck and then loop the two Ashiok and Mox Ambers. Very, very easy win. You don't need to put Jace in your deck. Now post sideboard. How is our opponent going to interact with us? That would just have some counter spells. Um, Alright, what do we want to do here? Teshar looks good. Urza's Rune's Blast, of course, looks very good. Legion's End, it's interesting. I don't know, honestly. I could see myself bringing in... I mean, Othokai does look very good. Could see myself bringing in Jace. Just because I'm playing against a slow deck. I don't really know, honestly, if I want Jace. Maybe I just want another Tamio to deal with to get the Urza's Rune's Blast faster out. And, that's fine. I think that's it. And Jace, you also want Jace? I don't know. How can they interact with me? Just counter magic. So the combo is just. Oh, you know what? They could have Ashiok. They could have Ashiok post sideboard. So yeah, let's do this. Let's cut entirely out of Kaya's and just have Jace. Yeah, Magic is Richard Garfield intended as kind of like a joke at this point. It means that Richard Garfield intended to play Magic like normal, and it's not normal, but that's the great thing of Magic. There's just a lot of different. There's just a lot of different ways to play this game. Can this deck beat Nexus game one? Yes, you loop the Oath of Kaya's. Do instant concede versus Ashiok? I mean, if you want to instant concede, you can instant concede, but either ways, you just play a value game, just like we played against every time we play against a Mordigo. We didn't use our graveyard against Mordigo, we still easily defeat them. Alright. I like to just go for color all the time. And I think I'm gonna start with Diligent Excavator. I think it's just a perfect turn 1 play every time. If they go to Fairy Bounce, then I wish I could cast the Fibolithip, but, you know, it's not that bad. Alright, so they went for the play of Teferi Bounce. Then I'm gonna go Teferi Bounce or like their elf. Unless they play second elf, then I have to reconsider. See what they do. They attacked, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely bounce this Teferi. Bounce this Llanowar elf because opponent can't play an Nissa turn 3 here. Alright. And next turn I can go Diligent Excavator like Fibolithip or Lazav or whatever. Start milling myself so that the Kithis can go off on like turn 5 or 6. Also, like, the thing with Ashiok is that you can go off from empty graveyard. Like, if I have all the pieces in play, like, Ashiok is not Leyland of the Void, you know? They just exile at the beginning, and then it's just, it's in. Alright, they have to make a land drop here. They can go land. Alright, they don't have green mana. This is a weird sequencing for our opponent. They should have definitely played Outlawed Fountain to play the Reason Reef, to have a green up, to play the Llanowar Elf. Alright, I'll play Watery Grave. This deck doesn't need, yeah, this deck also draws 20,000 Breeding Pool. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday, but it's kind of the stock deck. Just drawing 20,000 Breeding Pool. Alright, I'll play Fibolithip. They could play Narset, so I'd rather just cast it first. Alright, and then I'll pass. It's a streamer against, yes, I know her. I think it's very important for me to just point out opponent mistakes because it's just lessons. Like streaming is, yeah, you know, it's the sequencing of lands. It's a thing. All right, Nissa. Nissa activate Sumpter Grove. So if they attack into Fairy, why not? I think I'll chump block. So that it can't interact with me in my turn, and I can play Kithis, replay the Fibolithip. Even just going for Kithis value, it's still very good. Alright, so Llanowar Elf they pass. Okay. So I'll start off with Kithis, and then I'll meet myself for 2, and then we'll see where this brings me. I want to find a Mox Amber. I don't find Mox Ambers. I could exile these 2 to play Fibolithip. I'm not a fan though. I think I'm just going to play a Lazav here. Play Lazav, we must have for 2 Scry. And pass. 2 more lands. Come on, stop drawing land. Alright, that's gonna stay on top. And I'll pass. We have drawn 5, 9, 13 lands. This is a lot of lands. 13 lands in the top 20 cards. Kithis. You want to see Kithis? There it is. Is your... Yeah. Alright. So, I play Deputy of Detention. Sure, the Urza's Renus Plus will be great. We just need to save the Teferi. So that they can't negate it. They definitely boarded in negate. Yeah, so they'll activate a land. We'll just block with everything. We just need to keep one legend, because the Duel's Blast requires you a planeswalker or a creature, so we have it. Yeah, just our hand is just the worst, so we definitely need these Kithis to work. Oh wow, they bounce. Oh, they kill my Teferi now. Alright. Maybe they have a negate now. Yeah, I can lose this game. I mean, I drew all mono lands. It's actually very fine to just lose this game. Oh no, they don't have green up. Sorry, they don't have blue up, so they can't go negate. So my Teferi dies. There's no way to let it survive. I still have one legend in play. Alright, opponent decided to just go all in. I also suggest you to animate these and leave the forest up, so that if I kill all your creatures, you still have your thing. Alright, so the blast kills everything. I get back Kithis. Oh, no land. Oh, I didn't know that. It says no land. Okay, then. The Kithis, though, is still very good against Nissa. Nissa tokens. I'm on 11 because I shocked myself for 8 life in this game. Yeah, even if to expect a negate, I'm still gonna go for it. Oh, Baffling End. Alright, do I have a Kithis in my graveyard? I don't. Yeah, I'm easily gonna lose to this Jace, to this Nissa. Basically, what happened in this game is that my opponent had interaction with us, with the Baffling End, the Deputy, and etc. And the Nissa. The Nissa is just a super infinite flow of threats that is basically unbeatable for us. In a game like this, where we just drew 13 lands. Alright. Fibulatup. I don't know where this is going, probably nowhere, but I'm still going to try. I think I'm losing this game because I didn't draw any Mox Amber. Had I found a Mox Amber, we could have done it. Not a land? Alright, this is lethal. Good game. We have very few interaction with Nissa. Yeah, usually just don't care about Nissa. That's why you have very few interaction with Nissa. You don't care about Nissa, you just go off regardless. Or this Ranger's Blast is not amazing, because it says no land. That's pretty bad. Like, I really wish I would have killed all their land, instead I didn't. Alright, Ashiok. I don't understand why we still have Ashiok in our deck. I have Jace right now to win, so I don't need the Ashiok loop, and the Ashiok seems pretty bad in my opinion. I'm gonna just keep double Oath of Kaya, because it can kill maybe Teferi or something else. Alright. There's our 2 Oath of Kaya. I mean, could have been 2 Ashiok, the hand would have still been unplayable in my opinion. Alright, this one's great instead. I mean, I don't have the white mana to cast Kithis, but I do have a Temple of Maladi to look for a white land. Mox Amber. Mox Amber is great, but I need white mana to work. This is very tough, because Mox Amber is needed to come. I think I need to keep it. But white mana here is definitely... Yeah, I look shaved. I am shaved. I asked my girlfriend yesterday, should I shave or not for Las Vegas? And she said yes. She said yes, so I did. There's a lot of things where, you know, my girlfriend just gives me suggestions on these little things, and I very gladly take them. Alright, for example, now we can cast anything, but there's nothing my girlfriend could have done, because we don't have white mana. I just have to keep this Mox Amber up. Maybe that was a mistake. Tomorrow morning I'll leave for Las Vegas. Also, I have a... Oh, wow. I'm gonna lose this game. White mana, white mana, white mana! Ah, good game. Alright, we lose the Bant Ramp. I'm actually very happy to lose the Bant Ramp. It means that my deck's still great. This weekend. Is this weekend? All right, we're 3-1. We need to win one more. And I have a 40 minutes connection in Munich to go to Denver. So I think it's gonna be very tight. I haven't had such a short connection in a while. When cards, what cards are gonna miss the most when they rotate? A Jailer Ranger. That's what I say when they ask me this question. Liner Elf? No, I'm very happy that Liner Elf is gone. Yeah, nice for color mana base. Are you the kind of guy that sticks around just to say when the mana base doesn't work? And when the mana base works, everyone's silent? Is that what it is? Alright, what did I name here? Ooh, vampires. Bam. I haven't played against vampires in a while. Alright, since I'm missing the land here, I'm gonna I'm gonna what's the word? Just play to draw a card. Then I'll block. Alright. Now next turn I'll play the Legion Excavator because I found that land. If I hadn't found the land here, I could have just. If I hadn't found the land again, I could have been to play a second Fibbolethip. Ooh, that's great. Now I can play both Lazav. Yeah, I can play both Lazav, Mox Samber, and Diligent Excavator, I think. Yeah, this is gone. We need white mana. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy to see Llanowar Elf go. Yes, yes, yes. Llanowar Elf is pretty bad. It's pretty bad when it's on the draw. When you're on the draw, you're playing those Llanowar Elves. Feels like you're playing 3 mana, you have 0. Sorry, you have 1. Yeah, exactly, right? It's also international. I hope the flight attendants, since it's the same company, since it's Lufthansa, maybe the flight attendants can tell to wait since it's a long flight. Very often I sit in an international flight, and the people said to that were waiting other people. So maybe this could be one of those cases when they wait for me instead. I mean, I can still run. I don't really run though. I remember actually one time where I need to run. It was I think in Detroit. I needed to run so much, and I felt so sick when I arrived on the plane. All right, once again, our mana base is is not working. All right, there. Can we just get planes? All right, just planes here. I mill 2 on planes. Okay, I draw planes here. Godless Shrine. Boom. If I mill a Kithis, though, I can also copy that. All right, I'm gonna attack with the Lazav because I plan on playing new Lazav and just choosing the new one to scry and to be myself for 2. That's a Godless Shrine that I was calling. Alright, Godless Shrine again. Temple of My Lady? No, we don't want My Lady. We want the Godless Shrine. Yes, I am involved in the Modern Madness in Vegas. I honestly don't know which deck I'm gonna get, if I can choose it or if I can get a Merfolk deck. But I am involved in that event. So let's see what Channel Fiber will provide me. I also maybe I can just build my own deck if they told me what to play. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, can we get a white land? Back-to-back mana base issue, it's kind of a... Alright, attack for 3. Huh. So we could triple block that. I don't mind, honestly. What am I losing here? I'm not losing anything that important. I could lose the Diligent Excavator. I'm fine with that. Because if I draw White Source, I can still go White Source. I can still go Lazav, copy Diligent Excavator, Kithis. Yeah, I hope someone's hyped. Alright, there it is. So, they actually made survive my Diligent Excavator, which is weird. Alright, so can we go off now? We probably can. Actually, I can't use the Mox Amber. So, I'll play the Kithis. Need my set for 2. We need to find the Mox Amber. We need to find the Mox Amber here, guys. Alright, the question is, what's the best way to find it? Just chaining Fibbolethip or chaining Teferi Mox Amber? I think chaining Teferi Mox Amber is okay. Because I just mill myself for 4. Draw a card. Alright, this is better into play than in hand, but you can't really put Okay, that's the second Mox Chamber. That's great. Now, I'm gonna play the Diligent Excavator from the graveyard, exiling 2 cards. Yes. And I would try to go off. 34 cards in the deck. So I'll play Mox Amber. I'll mill myself for 2. Resolve. Alright, I choose this. Then I'll play Diligent Excavator. Then I use Kithis again. I exile, doesn't really matter. I exile Tamil Lazav. Then I'll play Mox Amber. I'll mill myself for 4 this time around. So we're just missing a white source. Pretty funny. We are just missing 1 white source. As soon as we found it, we are winning the game now. Alright, choose this. I'll play Fibbolethop. Mill me for 4 draw card. So that's basically 5 shot at finding Mox Amber. Alright, no Mox Amber. I mean, I can still draw it. No Mox Amber. Alright, let's use Kithis again. Exiling. Actually, I don't want to exile Ashiok, because that's needed if we want to fast combo. 2 Ashiok are needed. Alright, let's play Mox Amber. Mill us for 4. We're looking for Mox Amber. I think at this point it's just we can't miss anymore. It's impossible to miss. Even if Mox Ambers are the last 2 cards of the deck, I'm still going to hit here. So I'll keep on cantripping here. Just milling my whole deck. Game 1, you can safely just mill your whole deck. Alright. So I have 2 Mox Ambers now, 14 cards left. Now it's time to go for the Ashioks. Yeah, I think I have enough legend. I can just mill my opponent now. So I'll take this. I'll flow blue. I'll play another Mox Amber. Mill my opponent for 4, and then I'll play Ashiok. Mill my opponent for 8. Then I'll just do the Kithis thing, and then like every time I use a Kithis, I mill my opponent for 6, 12, 16. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. This is very much over. Alright. You don't understand this. Yes, it is very hard to understand if you don't really know all the things. Stop saying Teferi bounce Mox Pedrante Pedrante. Why do you like that play so much? You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Alright. So playing against vampires. What do we like against vampires? We like Legion's End, Blast. This is 3 cards. We don't like Ashioks. What else do we don't like? Excavator, because it's bad against Legion's End. Your opponent will definitely keep that. And then I can throw Metamios and put in a Tolzimir. I think I like it. Let's go with this. Can you briefly explain the core logic? Yeah, I actually plan on writing an article today or tomorrow for Channel Fireball. But yeah, the core logic of the deck is playing Kithis, and then with the Diligent Excavator and Ashiok, you mill, and Tammy, you mill yourself a lot. And then thanks to Kithis, you can play your whole deck. And thanks to Mox Amber, you do a relative amount of mana, which is not infinite, but still a lot. And then you can cast all your spell and win the game. And just by milling your opponent with Diligent Excavator and Ashiok. Yeah. Alright. I think playing Fibbolethop is just faster than playing Teferi and bouncing the thing. It just costs the same amount of mana, because Teferi costs 2, and it gives you 1 mana back, because it costs 1 to draw a card. Yeah, I guess that play mills 2 more, that's true. Yeah, that's true, Pedante Pedante. You're actually right. I should have done that. How do you win now without Ashiok? I didn't win with Ashiok. You just win with Diligent Excavators. Alright, another big question is, do I play Lazav? I think I need to play Lazav here. I mean, my opponent has a very good draw. It's gonna be hard to kill them, to beat them here. It's like, winning with Ashiok is just a shortcut. You can easily kill them just with Diligent Excavators. Or just Ruinous Blast. You don't necessarily need to just go for the kill. Playing against this deck and you have a Mordigo, what's the best target to hit? Maybe Kithis. Maybe Kithis is just the best. Aren't you afraid of people running Black Lotus? Ruining your Black Lotus in Las Vegas. I mean, I hope they don't do that. And if they do it, whatever. I mean, the event is very expensive. Channel Fireball will get their money back, and my cube is insured by Channel Fireball. So if I go to Channel Fireball and say, hey friends, they ruined my Black Lotus, they maybe give me it back, you know? Alright, so we want lands the back and the bottom, definitely. Lands the bottom, and this to the top. What if they just end your excavators? All of them? It's pretty unfortunate though to they just end you all of them. Then you have Lazav, you can mill your excavators in other ways, like with Tamiya for example, and then with Lazav you can hit the digit excavator in the bin. But also again, we are like with 3 Ursus Runus Blast. So for example in this game, if I go Ursus Runus Blast, like that did run very well this game. But if they just run slightly slower and then Ursus Runus Blast, you know, that's just could be good enough to just take the game slow and eventually win with game one. This is the classic game. This is the classic deck where game one you're in heavy combo deck that goes through the loops, and then post sideboard you take a mid range approach against almost every deck. And like the way to beat it is not all the things you're mentioning, guys. It's just aggressive cards. Those are the way to beat this deck. All right, if I go Oath of Gaia, I got a 7. I chump block this. I'm dead on board. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, you see, like, opponent didn't do anything major to kill it. Like, I would love if they have Leyline of the Void or Graph Digger's Cage in their deck. They just beat us. That's just what happens in Standard forever. Like, there's combo decks, but they're usually somewhat clunky, and they need, and sure, they can have Ashiok and Amortig or whatever they want to have, but the way to beat this deck is just curving out very fast. And our worst matchup so far, in terms of, like, loss, has been Mono Red. We went 3-2 against Mono Red. That is the deck that we've lost the most against. But again, this is just... Yeah, Ebon Legion is not broken. It's a 1-drop. Like, if we had Legions, then we would have killed it very easily. This is a great 1-drop that's gonna be played even post-rotation without vampires. Alright, keep this in. Temple of Maladi first, and then Watery Grave, and then Glacial Fortress to have all the lands. Alright, so lands to the graveyard, start to the bottom, and then spells to the top. This is usually what you want to do in these early stages of the game with basically any hand that's 5 lands to spells. I wish they go... No, actually I don't wish they go to the rest. Yeah, this is very good. Alright, let's stop drawing lands. We played 25, which is a very high amount of lands. How does a control deck win? I don't know what to answer. Against this deck, you mean? Ashiok. I think Ashiok is the best weapon. Maybe if you really want a more ego, but I'm not about it. Oh, I could have blocked to play around that drill bit, but then it could have had duress. I don't know. It's not a fan of blocking with this people that took 1 damage, you know? I could block more, or I can trade with the 1-1. Yep. Mono lands. Not great. Not great indeed. So basically what happens here is that we need a lot of things to work right now in our favor. Our opponent, with the very powerful combination of Disruption plus Pressure, it's very hard. Is there a new tech? No, I don't know. I mean, this can discard a creature, but new tech in Vampire is just playing Sorin on turn 3. That is old tech. Like, this deck, I think their matchup of this deck really depends on how much your opponent aggressive it is. Like, this deck was great in the week of... This deck was great in the week of last week when people moved to Bantramp and to Bandscape Shift to beat Bantramp. That's where this deck really shined. Otherwise, it's, you know... Alright, I could have bounced the Champion of Dusk. Actually, it should have been better. Mango is low-key the funniest streamer. Yes, thank you. Alright, they go down to Vanguard. We just need to... I don't know what we need to... Just play the Fairy Bounce, the Fibboleth up replay. That's why we didn't chump it. Chump with it, I mean. Legion's End, sure. Yeah, with the exile. Oh, that's true. Legion's and exile from the graveyard as well. That's true indeed. Yeah, Vampires and Monred could be the two best decks against this deck, and they don't use any mayor sideboard cards. Are you Italian? I am. So they attack my Teferi down to probably for 2 damage, and this one goes to me. I need to, I need to take it all here. Can't block. I need to bounce my Feeble to draw cards, draw Keithis, draw Mox, and maybe go off in a while. But it just takes so long, and I might just chump block next turn. And yeah, it's not lethal. Alright, that's a Mox Amber. Not that bad. So I'm gonna play Teferi Town. Bounce my Feebleth up. What do we need to draw? Is Diligent Excavator Keithis, and maybe we can go for it. Land is not. I'll keep the Mox Amber in hand if I draw Diligent Excavator. Again, we need to draw Diligent Excavator now and then Keithis. That's the only out. Land is not gonna do it. Alright, concede.